welcome to Blossom Schoolhouse. It's that time of year again when I have been gathering all our curriculum for the coming school year. The majority of what we're going to be using next year is in these boxes here, so I'm going to unpack, unbox and show you everything that we're using for next year. The first thing in here is the Math Level 3. This is for my youngest. She's currently finishing the Level 2 and hopefully we'll be able to start this at the beginning of our next school year. This will actually be my second time teaching the Math Level 3 and I can't wait. I've loved every part of it, as has my daughter, and particularly we've enjoyed the geography aspects woven in, learning about different countries, places, cultures, currencies, whilst mastering math has just been so enjoyable and so much fun. The highlight of most lessons for my eldest daughter is the games that are integrated as well. She loves the games, as do I, and it just makes math a little bit more fun. And then also for my 7-year-old is the Language Arts Level 2. Again, she's just near the end of the Level 1 and is ready and looking forward to moving on to this level. Just like with the math, I have already taught this level to my eldest and it is so beautiful. The art and the poetry, the audio narration and using the app and everything has just been incredible and we've loved it. I do have a video with a much more in-depth look at this course book. It is under last year's curriculum picks, so feel free to check that out. And then lastly for my 7-year-old is the Handwriting Level 3. So she'll be moving on to this when she finishes the Level 2, which she's currently working her way through. And we just love the Good and the Beautiful handwriting so much. I love that they learn to draw and there's always a little colouring in or activity for them to complete as well, which makes handwriting a lot more fun, which is really helpful, especially if you have a reluctant writer. Moving on to my eldest daughter, my 9-year-old, we have her complete math course book here, and you'll notice there is no math box with this course, but there is a mental math workbook. So we have the course book, the mental math book, and then thankfully for me, the math for answer key. And I'm most excited for the answer key to have a physical copy because I have the downloadable version of the previous math levels and it has been nothing but trouble for me. I think it's probably my laptop, but anyway, I am just pleased to be able to have a physical copy of the answer key. Then we have this mental math map mysteries, and in most of the lessons, the beginning of the lesson will direct you to come and complete a mental math lesson. So it works like this: you can fold the book in half, hold it up for the child, the answer key, the answer part will be facing me and the mental math challenge will face her, and then I can correct her and help her if she gets stuck. You just tick the box when you've completed it, and when you've completed a whole page, you get to go to the back of the book, pick out a sticker and add it to the correct grid map location on the other page, and by the time you finish the whole course book you will have a complete grid map picture, and then the reward for the child is they get to come and read this beautiful book at the end, and the grid map has pictures from the book. So I thought that was a really fun addition to the math course. And then we have the book. The book is a lot more simplified than the Level 3, and I think the reason for that is that there are video lessons for this course. Now there is the option to complete the mini lesson instead, or you can have the child watch the video lesson and then teach them the mini lesson as well, but they don't need to do both. And then you just simply do some lesson practice, so they'll practice what they've learned from the video and then they just have review work. So it's very similar to the Level 3 in that they will have their lesson practice and then their independent work or their review work, but just the layout is a lot more simplified because I think a lot of what they're going to be learning is coming from the videos. We haven't started this yet, so I can't speak for the videos yet, but when we do start this course, I will share a lot more in detail how we like it, how the videos are, and things we like and maybe don't like about the course. Then this I actually already had from a previous order. This is the Handwriting Level 4. My eldest is completing the Level 3 at the moment, similarly to my youngest, and when she's done, she will then move on to this level. And it's very similar to the Level 3, just progressing in the cursive writing. So the only thing that I don't have to show you for my eldest is her language arts. She is going to be starting the brand new revised edition of the Language Arts Level 3 from The Good and the Beautiful. It hasn't actually released yet. It releases this summer of this year, and when it does, I will share a video on a look at the whole course set and all the components that go with it. You may have heard me mention before in previous videos that we did the level 2 not this school year but last year with my eldest daughter, and she finished the level 2 and then they redid the level 2. We were going to move on to the level 3 for this school year that we're just coming to the end of, but we found out that they had redone the level 2 and were going to remake the level 3. So instead of using the old version of level 3, we decided to redo level 2 in its new edition and wait for the new release of the updated level 3. I don't regret the decision to have her redo the level 2 one bit. It has been highly beneficial for her, especially seeing as they have made things like spelling a little bit easier and integrated it a lot more into the lessons. So she will be ready to move on to the level 3 when we start the next school year. Now for science, we have the reptiles, amphibians and fish. This was the choice of my 9-year-old who loves chameleons, so this appealed to her. There are 13 lessons and we have a supply list. We have the vocabulary words that you can cut out or you can just leave them in. And then this beautiful course book teaching all about reptiles, amphibians and fish. My favourite part of these course books are just these crisp, beautiful photographs. They are so detailed and so clear, and I feel like they make an amazing addition to the course itself to just have these great photographs in the course book. I really like the addition of the student journals to the science units as well. They're an interactive book that features activities and worksheets and different games that the children can complete during the lesson at certain parts of the lesson that correlate with whatever the subject of that day is. And finally, the recommended book pack. We have this storybook, which is a level 4 reader, called Buzztail, the story of a rattlesnake. And it's not too long, it's quite a short one, and it does have pictures. So I'd probably read this for morning time when we were completing this course. And then a beautiful book with pictures of reptiles and amphibians and lots of facts about them. The images in this book, the video does not do any justice. They are so incredible. I love having books with images like this to go with any topic that I'm teaching my children. My youngest's pick was the bird unit. This is one of the most recent brand new science releases from The Good and the Beautiful. They're updating all their science units, and so this is the bird unit. There are 14 lessons. We actually already have this game, Snatch, bird of prey game. We've got the book pack, and then I'm also waiting on the bird watching journals and the nature reader. So we have a very similar layout to all of their other science units, the vocabulary words, and then just this amazing detailed course and study on birds. There is so much in this course. I cannot wait to study this. We are avid bird watchers in this family anyway. We feed the birds. We have bird feeders front and back of our house, and we love it. We can't get enough. We love to spot birds. So I'm really excited for us to dive a little deeper and understand and learn more about birds in this course as well. We are currently doing the space unit from The Good and the Beautiful, and one of the favourite parts of the lesson for the girls is the student journals and the activities that they get to do in them. So this is just another amazing addition to the unit. And then the book pack includes this beautiful Songbirds study book, and it is all about 20 different songbirds and how they're different and how they're also incredible. And there's just these beautiful pictures of these fascinating birds of all colours and sizes and varieties. I always love pairing books with any unit studies we do. And then we have this storybook, Mission Migration, and this is a picture book about cranes, the native bird of North America. The last thing that I got for both the girls was this creative arts and crafts book, and I am really excited for this because my eldest particularly loves crafting, and it's just nice to have some inspiration, and also really pleased that there is a supply list by lesson so I can get them to pick out certain crafts they want to try and make sure that I have the supplies on hand They're very simple yet really fun crafts, and I just know that we're going to have a lot of fun completing some, if not all of them. So that is the majority of the curriculum we'll be using for the coming school year, apart from the level 3 language arts, which is releasing soon, and I will have a video for you very, very soon. As I've mentioned in my previous video on world studies, we cover history, science and geography in our world studies, which is basically just reading lots of books and journaling what we read and what we find out. We do, however, still love to use the science units from the Good and the Beautiful. Plus we have geography in both the math and the language arts courses. So we don't particularly need a curriculum for those other subjects. We are just using the science from the Good and the Beautiful and reading a lot of books. I hope you've enjoyed this video, seeing all of the curriculum that I'm going to be using with my children for the coming school year. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. And as always, thank you so much for watching.